Now, quite simply, you may not have seen much of this particular story. That's right, this one regarding His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. But what's the reason behind it? As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. It is nice to have your company. Do look out for yourselves, do take care of yourselves. I know many of you say, Neil, be careful here in London. It is, you have to be very careful, let me tell you. But I am very careful. But what I'm warning you is just be careful in the tourist traps. You know, these sort of places are fine, in fact. But when you get right into the centre, Piccadilly, Shaftesbury Avenue, you get lost, don't you? You're looking up at, famous buildings or street signs or talking to a friend, even just having a coffee. You have to be on your guard if you're in all of those tourist areas. Doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in a hotel, whether you're in one of those fancy stores like Fortnum and Mason's, just truly be careful out there. Some people might say the same thing, of course, to His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, because this week, rather discreetly, rather quietly, some people might say, he met with the most unpopular British Prime Minister. Seemingly now in history, it literally is rating -45. 6 months down the line, it appears that not many people are very keen on our current British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. So why was Prince William actually having a private meeting with him? Well, let me tell you how this works. You see, every week, as you know, His Majesty the King has a private audience with the sitting Prime Minister. And as we all know, of course, our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth, managed in 70 years to meet more Prime Ministers than anybody else. And some might say the rate King Charles is going, he might be meeting a few more than he anticipated as well. But the real reasons for the meeting is to discuss, the state of the country, the policies, that sort of stuff. And in the case of Queen Elizabeth and King Charles, offer maybe direction, advice, situations that have happened before. The reason why Prince William was having that private meeting with Sir Keir Starmer is simply training. Now, you might think, really? But, you've got to understand that this job, the head, the monarch, comes with a lot of responsibility. So what happens behind the scenes is they experience the sort of thing that they will take on full time, as our late monarch said, in the fullness of time, and sadly, with the passing of His Majesty the King. And basically what happened at this meeting, which will not be made, apparent to the public because it was a private meeting, really will be this sort of situations that they might find themselves in. Now, according to a source, apparently Prince William was quite bemused by this because the bottom line is he knows the score. Her Majesty the Queen taught William a lot at Windsor on a Sunday afternoons. He's fully equipped. If anything, some might say that William is far more equipped than the current British Prime Minister to deal with certain situations that are engulfing the United Kingdom right now. And as I say, by the time William becomes in power, I think Sir Keir Starmer could be long gone. But it's interesting to see the sort of machinery behind the head of the throne. And then what happened after that was he has an informal meeting with His Majesty the King, and they compare notes to see exactly where that went and if it's on the right directive. As you know, the likes of the King, the Queen, of course, and Prince William, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, are not allowed a political view, but as our monarch, they have to be across all political aspects. Fascinating insight, though, as to what really goes on that we apparently will never find out about until those private letters and notes are released. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.